Seanad McCarthy.
Thank you, Seanad, and thank you, Leader. Today I rise to voice concern on behalf of Irish businesses facing complete uncertainty regarding the US administration revisiting the tariffs and reimposing the tariffs, potentially as high as 10%, and we know it's going to be on all EU imports within days. So from dairy farmers to distillers, vital sectors of the Irish community will be, they're basically bracing themselves for impact without any clarity as to what's coming. And the recent government trade forum regrettably yielded more heat than light, and it shows that we need actionable diplomacy rather than reactive dialogue. And we must ensure that our seasoned negotiators, not just diplomats, must represent Ireland in these trade agreements. And when it's been mentioned in this House before, to focus on what we can control, and that is in diversifying our export markets, investing in the supply chains, and also supporting the affected industries. So Minister Donoghue has noted that economic growth is still expected, but we feel that it's not at the pace the Irish people deserve. Ireland cannot afford to be passive in this, and we have to act swiftly and with a sense of togetherness. Tariff uncertainty must not paralyse the policies that we already had and were planned. Also, yesterday I received a briefing from the Banking Federation, and it was a stark, deeply concerning picture of our housing structure. In 2008, we built 78,000 units of housing, backed by 41 billion in capital. However, today we're managing just 30,000 units, and that's backed by 13 billion in capital. Investments in apartment construction has collapsed, and I was listening to Minister Donoghue on the news on the way in, and he admitted that the apartments certainly is an area of consideration, and it seems that private capital flow has more or less stopped. So that means the implications are stark. We are not only questioning our housing targets, but we're missing them. And at the root of this problem, and I brought it up in the Housing Committee, is a planning system that's riddled with uncertainties, and also infrastructure that fails to adapt to the urgent reality. So we really need to start treating this as an emergency, with local authorities receiving the numbers that were promised on the 16th of May. We also need immediate intervention in the housing supply pipeline, which should support builders that build 50 or less, with not only mentoring but also improved access to capital. And also the approved housing bodies need to make sure that their limited supply of capital is enhanced, and that will empower housing delivery. So words and targets are not enough. We need decisive action and long-term commitment. So our people deserve better. Go raibh maith agat.